Junior year was really hard for me, and I think that's when my own kind of mental illness kind of came to light. And I remember just like not being able to get up and go to school, and it was like in a depression where it was like, not that anything was happening, it was just that I couldn't get out of bed. Like I just couldn't find the motivation to like do my life, like besides just being in bed, and even eating and stuff like that was like out of my depth. So I luckily had a very supportive mom, right? And I say luckily very strongly, because I mean, we're talking about city schools where with the economic look of the Baltimore City, those children are probably not afforded the same luxury of having a supportive parent that can maybe even be in the picture enough. It was kind of like a moment where I didn't go to school for like a whole month, and the school was kind of like, oh, what's going on at home, and my mom was like talking with them. And then I remember having to sit down, like not even with my counselor, just like one of, not like an officer, but one of the administrators, and he was like, what's going on, like we're trying to keep you in school. And I switched to like online school for the rest of the year, but at no point in time did I even think to go to my counselor or to even talk to the school about what was going on. And I think the only thing that I really remember about my high school experience is a teacher going out of her way, like not because the school asked her to, but she felt that some of her students were maybe dealing with some things, and she had a nice talk with us about one of her students that had committed suicide, and you know how he felt alone and and all these feelings that went into that. And had he just like taken a second to just like step out of his perspective, to like go outside and just like walk around, then maybe that wouldn't have happened. So she was like, it was very important to us that it's very important to her that she had that talk with us, because she didn't want any of us to be put in that same situation. And it's like, if she had not had that talk, it definitely would have been different. I don't think that would have been like over the edge, but it definitely impacted me. And it was really just like a random kind of happening, like a coincidence. And if schools did that, if they made those more available, right? Because one of the people that answered in the survey said that, you know, a senior had committed suicide in their school. But then they said that their school didn't do anything. Type of lack of initiative, lack of support, lack of resources for high school children in that stage, in that area of their life. And so then by the time they get to college, when they learn, it's like they already learned how to cope by just moving on, or at least that's the sense of what people were saying in their surveys. So it's like, oh my goodness, there needs to be something different. Something has definitely had to change.